Hey, life group leaders, what's going on? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And man, this weekend is our big ramp up, starting our discussion groups and the official start of our fall life groups. I am extremely excited for all that's coming up and all that we're going to get into. We got a lot of people that have signed up for life groups or for discussion groups this past Sunday. Got a good little stack, and so people are interested in it, and that's very, very exciting. So I just want to bring up just a couple things to you guys, and I want to send it this way because I think it's just a little bit easier to communicate it. One of the things that we had talked about, one of the things I'd sit down and talk with Zach and ran through a few things with he and Kim. They are actually our official coaches for our life group. And one of the things we talked about was let's imagine really quickly, if we can, if TheBOD.TV, if this Sunday, the 13th, was the very first Sunday that the doors were open. Imagine how differently we would approach people as they come in. I know that sounds kind of crazy because it's been around for 8 years now, but as Jason put it, to some people, this will be their very first time at the BOD. And I think what happens is if we imagine what it would be like if this was the first day, I think you'd be a little nervous, you would have some adrenaline rushing, you'd be excited, and imagine how you would approach people about your life group or your discussion group if it was the first day. How excited you'd be to tell them, I got this going on in my house and I'm excited for it, and you got to come and you got to be part of it. I know as adults sometimes we think that maybe that's just a little too much, but if we're excited, other people are going to get excited as well. So I just wanted to bring that up and just something for us to think about as we go through this weekend. What if today was the very first Sunday that the doors were open? And the second thing I wanted to ask and think through was if, we look at the life group wall and we have the information up there, what if we didn't have any way of displaying information? How would we get the information about life groups, serving, anything, to the people that are walking through the lobby on Sunday morning? And I think this goes right back to our personal invite. The power of the personal invite, I think, is the greatest thing that we can use, and being creative in that. Being creative in the sense of, how do I get to know people and how do I get into their world quickly enough where I can also build a connection, where I can then also invite them to life group or invite them to serve or get to know them in some way. So those two things. Imagine if this was the very first Sunday that the doors were open, and then imagine if we didn't have a life group wall, if we didn't have anything like information to display anything, how would we get it to the people that are in there? And so I think the personal invite is going to, again, be our biggest factor for the next few weeks as we get people involved, getting to know people, talking to people about life groups, and really, I think what it boils down to is getting to know the people that are walking in the building. I think if we take the time to truly show an interest in those people. I've been reading a book, it's called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And one of the things that he talks about is if you show a genuine interest in people, you get completely different responses than if you are really not very genuine or authentic in how you're addressing people or getting to know them. And I mean, I'm sure all of us have talked to a car salesman before where they're really not interested in what you want. They're interested in what they want to get you to buy. And it's the same thing with us. Let's not be interested in what we want them to do, but let's find out how we can serve them, how we can help them, how we can get to know them, and let's inspire them and encourage them to get in a group, because life is better together. Life is so much better when you have support and you've got people around you when you're trying to deal with things like your marriage or your kids or your finances. That's what it's really about, is getting to know those people for the benefit of helping them in their own walk. So a really practical way that we can do this is something that we actually use as a staff, and it's actually called FORM. The acronym is called FORM, F-O-R-M, which stands for Family, Occupation, Recreation, and Method of Follow-Up. So basically, whenever getting to know somebody, it's a really easy way for you to remember some different things to ask, some different questions whenever you're getting to know them. Because, again, in that book, people love to talk about themselves. And they don't really want to hear from us about ourselves. I know that sounds bad, but they want to talk about them. And if we show a genuine interest, then we'll build a genuine connection. So FORM allows us just a very simple way to get to know somebody. Asking about their family. So are you married? Do you have any kids? Occupation, what do you do? What do you do for a living? And then recreation, what are you passionate about? What are your hobbies? Do you like to play golf? Do you like to go fishing? What's something that you enjoy? And then also method of follow-up. Handing them a discussion group card, or handing them your card, or handing them some kind of information about your group, but also taking down their number. Hey, can I give you a quick call this week? Can I shoot you a text? Maybe we can get some lunch sometime. I'd love to have you at our house for our life group. Because remember, this is not a sprint. This is a long-term, it's a marathon type thing where we want to get to know people. We want to connect our church, and it's going to take these little bitty consistencies, being persistent, and getting to know people. Maybe not the first time, maybe not the second, might be the third, fourth, or fifth time that they finally say, hey, I want to come, because I think you care. So anyways, just want to send you this message today, just a few things to think about as we're getting ready for this weekend. I'm going to have information at the life group table for you guys again this week. Be sure to point people toward the wall. Right now we've got about 9 groups on the wall, which I know in the spring we had about 20. We've had some people that, like Janet Colbert has, she's been sick, and we've had different people that are going a different direction, like Jessie, for example. Man, she's getting ready to have a baby. So there's different things that have come up. So with that, let's also remember to inspire those people, to encourage those people that we know can lead a group, to step out there a little bit and also lead, to fill that need for our church and our community. From single mothers to, from men to married couples. Seems like our married couples right now in our church are really having a difficult time. And so really, helping people understand how important it is to step out there and to also lead, not just join, but also if you see that capacity, to hey, I think you can do this. I think you'd be great at this. I think you should pray about this and really think this through. So, well, guys, thank y'all so much, and I appreciate all that you do. And very last thing, real quick, I want to let you know the discussion groups will start, again, we know this week. The ramp-up will be for 3 weeks long. The discussion groups will be for 6 weeks long. Talking over questions. We'll have a video, from what I know, we'll have a video to go along with the questions, and we as life groups, we're going to go through these discussion questions together in our groups. And then if you've ordered materials and if you've gotten all those things, let's just hold off for just those 6 weeks and kind of have a little bit of unity in that, and then we'll continue on with where we're going to go individually from that point. So, man, again, thank you guys so much for all that you do. I'm looking forward to connecting our church, and I appreciate you guys, and thank you so much. And y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.